like and subscribe, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week. There are all kinds of odd and curious things that occur frequently in nature, but some of them occur so rarely that you consider them one in a million. Explore the splendor, drama, and spectacle of our natural world in this episode. Get ready to watch one in a million moments from nature, showcasing some of the most amazing natural vistas. You wouldn't want to miss this. Number 16. Humpback Bubbles. Go team! These humpback whales sure have each other's back. In one of their most remarkable behaviors, some whale species engage in the hunting strategy known as bubble net feeding. After spending the majority of the year in Antarctica, these whales go to the northern waters with the intention of mating. Of course, they gotta eat to keep their strength up. This happens every year, however, it's not typically documented. It's more like a treat. This footage shows exactly how the art of bubble net feeding works. A group of whales work together to surround a school of fish with a wall of bubbles. The gorgeous bubbles from the net then traps the fish, and voila, dinner is served. Number 15. Rock climbing bears. An endangered Mexican black mama bear and her cub were spotted scaling an almost vertical wall in Santa Elena Canyon. While kayaking, Stephanie Latimer noticed the two and took a video of this rare occurrence. Black bears have several various ways of moving about. They can stand and trot on their hind legs and also on all fours. With their flat-footed stride and slightly longer back legs than front ones, they can shuffle a little too. Did you know bears could climb? Well, that makes two of us. Nature does love to surprise us. Number 14. Heron uses bread to fish. Talk about creative strategy. Watch this heron fishing with bread. The heron waits patiently for a fish to take the bait while standing by the water. In an instant, it plunges its beak into the water and emerges from the surface, holding what's its dinner. Way to go, heron! Number 13. Monkey balancing on a bridge. If you think you've got great balance, look at this ape's balance. A monkey named Siam from the Monkeyland Sanctuary in South Africa decided to demonstrate her excellent balancing skills by walking across the rope handles of a 128-meter bridge instead of swinging across it as her mates would. What a show-off! According to Monkeyland officials, Siam originated from a caged habitat in a zoo in France. I can only imagine how foreign navigating a bridge must have been coming from that. It's no surprise she went the tightrope way. I'm sure soon enough she'll learn how to swing from her peers in the wild. Number 12. Frog riding a fish. Who thought with those hind legs that jumping would be exhausting for frogs? This unwanted occurrence was spotted by a 48-year-old Irish wildlife photographer, David Jenkins, in Sweden's Gothenburg Botanical Gardens. Using its webbed feet to cling on to the koi fish, this frog seemed to be having the time of its life. What makes it more hilarious is the fact that the frog clung to the koi's face, covering its eyes and mouth, with seemingly no intention of getting off soon. The fish seems to be trying to find a bearing, but settles for no locomotion. Number 11. Reverse waterfall. A reversing waterfall is among the most amazing natural wonders that mankind has ever discovered. How? Well, it seems to defy gravity. Some parts of the world, including India, Australia, the UK, and Japan, experience this phenomenon where water flows upward instead of downward due to unusually strong winds. Nature's kind of cracked, don't you think? Some advice: as you pack your cardigan and go for a trip, don't forget the umbrella in case it rains. Number 10. Dragon blood tree. Did we just see a tree that bleeds? Only in Yemen can you find the evergreen dragon's blood tree. With a distinctive look, it's a highly respected and ancient tree. It has a distinctive open umbrella shape that grows in clusters. Such beauties. Even so, the enchantment of these trees isn't just in its astounding appearance. They also bear rich red resin. The blood-red sap drips from their branches and is used to treat a range of ailments. It's kind of mystical, don't you think? Number 9. The electrifying Sea of Stars. The Maldives is a tropical utopia with some of the most breathtaking beaches on Earth. Vadu Island in the Maldives is famous for the Sea of Stars. As dust sets on these beaches, the waves sparkle with an unearthly blue light and teensy neon dots that give the illusion of stars washing ashore. One in a million sights, right? This amazing sight is created by millions of microscopic planktons. They might seem regular, but these plankton possess a special ability. They're bioluminescent, which means they can produce their light like fireflies. I bet you'd love to experience this magic. I know I would. Number 8. The external flame. This is the unsolved riddle of the ever-burning flame. An ancient natural gas vent, known as the Eternal Flame, is found in Chestnut Ridge Park. A dangerous tad if you think about it. The natural gas leak is located directly beneath a small waterfall. Hikers seem to enjoy this phenomenon. Why? Well, they're the ones that keep the fire burning. So the truth is that the gas is directly under a running waterfall. And the flame isn't always on. When the flame goes out, usually the next hiker just rekindles it. If hiking is your kind of outdoorsy, this is a great site to explore. Oh, and don't forget the matches. Number 7. Monkey bullies tigers. Is there anything more adorable than 2 tiger cubs playfully fighting each other? They're perfect. That's until Mr. Monkey stepped in to mark his territory. The footage shows the monkey nearby, making a fool of the cubs by pulling their ears and tails, and yet never getting caught. The monkey has a narrow escape until the tree branch he's clinging on breaks, causing him to fall to the ground. As the tiger cubs were about to take their revenge, the monkey managed to get away. Eventually, the cubs leave the site, pummeled and humiliated. Poor cubbies. Number 6. Antarctica's mysterious bloodfalls. This mystery extends beyond the mere concept of a waterfall in the icy continent of Antarctica to the waterfall's vivid red color, which looks like blood gushing from a glacier laceration. Although it might seem like it, this isn't some type of horrific monstrous wastepipe. The glacier appears to have flowing blood, which is the consequence of a confluence of natural occurrences. The bloodfall's rusty red hue is a result of saline water that's been trapped beneath the Taylor Glacier for more than 1 million years. According to a study, the iron-rich salty water is what makes the brine turn red when it comes into contact with the air and gives the falls its distinctive color. I hope you weren't already getting too boozy. Number 5. Peru's Rainbow Mountain. This is a must-see geological wonder for any traveler. This rare beauty of a mountain is located in the heart of the Peruvian Andes. This unique and stunning rock formation is the consequence of the interaction between red oxide, which produces the red, and iron sulfide, which produces the yellow. Can you believe it was only spotted by the tourist industry back in 2015, and it's still relatively unknown? Hopefully, it won't be ruined by too much tourist activity. We all know how humans can be destructive. Wolf run on the highway. Well, that's out of the ordinary. On a highway in Canada's Arctic, footage of large wolves running was recorded, stealing the show with a don't mind me attitude. I wonder where they were running to. Number 3. S-whale owned. 2 kayakers mistook what was the whale's mouth for the belly as it rocketed up towards them, ending up with them being swallowed. Fortunately, the experience was merely frightening and not catastrophic, as the whale spewed them out nearly immediately afterward. The kayakers claim that they failed to realize that they were already in the center of dozens of silverfish. The next thing they knew, they were overboard and submerged. Well, now we can say that other than Jonah, there are 2 more people swallowed by the whale. They need to tell us what that place looks like. Number 2. Spinning circle of ice. We're all aware that ice melts and separates with the cold water from the melting ice descending beneath the ice. However, very infrequently, ice disks do occur. These huge rotating disks form a slow-moving spinning section of the river. On the surface of the U.S. River, a massive spinning disk of ice unexpectedly appeared. Spectators flocked to the small town of Westbrook to see this phenomenon. You'd have to agree that the disk of ice looks like a spinning moon, right? Number 1. Octopus escape. It's hard to believe that there are many clever creatures other than humans. But I guess you've heard about how smart octopus are. It can be difficult to measure. But with 1 core brain and 8 other small brains in each arm, it's clear we're getting to it. One artist experimented to demonstrate just how smart the species is. In this intriguing footage, an octopus was placed in a huge glass jar with a plastic lid inside of a water-filled tank. The top was screwed on, and the white arrows on the jar and lid were aligned up closing it. Guess what? As soon as the top was in place, the octopus started unscrewing it. With that kind of intelligence, they could escape whatever kind of captivity they got into. Until next time, adios.